Wandavision, 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 Wandavision. Hello, happy Valentine's Day. How you doing? I thought it'd be appropriate to wear my friend's How You Doing jumper, because one, it's red and it has a cute little pickup line from the original pickup line man, Joey Tribbiani. What is up, guys? I am Jadean. You can call me Jay. I don't care either way, and welcome back to my channel. We're doing a Valentine's Day look today. I'm not sure if this is going up on Valentine's Day or if it's going up on the 15th, but whenever it is, it is what it is, you know? Hashtag Love Island, it is what it is. I'm going to be doing another chit chat, get ready with me, and review a show. Except this time it's really just my conspiracy theories. We are talking about the one, the only, Wandavision, 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 Wandavision. Wandavision is, you know, the latest MCU show to come to Disney Plus. It is about Wanda and Vision, hence the name. If you guys haven't seen it, I really highly suggest that you do. And this is your spoiler warning now. I'm gonna go through episode by episode, so I'll put timestamps in the description box. So if you haven't seen a certain episode, you can just skip that part. But you know, we've got 6 episodes in and I got some conspiracy theories. So, you know, let's just get into it. Okay, I went ahead and did my eyebrows and put my makeup tape on. I don't know why I'm speaking so fast, because, you know, nobody wants to see me do that for the millionth time. But I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how, like, obsessed I am with WandaVision. Like, I have this whole, like, notes page of conspiracy theories that I add to every Friday when a new episode comes out, and I will be referring to these notes throughout this video, so I'm just going to prepare you for that. Zooming in, because, you know, as always, I'll start with the eyes. If you start with the base, that's completely fine. You know, makeup is like an expression of yourself. Do what you want, girl. Do what you want, girl. Okay, so I took a small angled brush and one of the reds from the Beauty Glazed Over the Rainbow palette, which you guys see me use 1,000 times on my channel, and I just like drew out a line, and I'm gonna just take it up a bit further and then fill it in with a darker red. But let's get into WandaVision. So obviously we got episode 1 and episode 2 together. Now my first thing with Wanda was like, girl, why are you speaking like that? She is from Sokovia. She should have a Sokovian accent, and my girl was talking like she grew up in the States, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, why are you speaking like that, sis? Are you okay? Have you been kidnapped? If you're not like a Marvel super fan like me, then I probably wouldn't recommend starting the show. So many of my friends started the show when just episode 1 and 2 were out, and they're obviously in this like sitcom layout, and they were telling me like, Jay, what is going on? And I was like, stick with it, girl, stick with it, you're gonna love it. And I was right. And none of my friends are willing to discuss my conspiracy theories with me, so I'm forcing it upon you guys, and I'm okay with that. I'm quite frankly okay with that completely. I'm gonna use a Laroc Cocktail Collection Peach Bellini palette, and I am going in with this lovely one here, Strawberry Daiquiri. Wish I was having a strawberry daiquiri on the beach, but instead I'm stuck in England because we're in a pandemic and our government hates us. And I'm just... Right, so in every single episode there are these adverts, and the adverts, I think that they all refer to a traumatic time in Wanda's life. So in episode 1 we have the Stark Industries toaster, obviously relating to the fact that Pietro and Wanda's parents were killed in a bomb attack, and the bomb said Stark Industries. If you haven't seen Age of Ultron, I really suggest you watch it. It's a really good movie. But the toaster is so weird because like it's got like this beeping sound that like mimics the sound of a bomb countdown. and is very similar to what we hear in Iron Man 1 when Tony realizes that, like, oh my gosh, bombs hurt people, which apparently is a shocking revelation to him, but like, yeah. Anyway, no Tony Stark slander. Let me just stop myself there. So yeah, so that's the first one. The slogan says, forget the past, this is your future, which is like foreshadowing the fact that literally no one remembers what's going on. Like, the whole town of Westville, New Jersey is just like, who am I? I'm a new person, and like everyone's okay with that. Obviously I was just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? It's not okay to do this behavior. It's just not. The whole of episode 1 is just Wanda being this like housewife and using her awesome powers that she literally could have killed Thanos with to flipping, you know, put some plates away, like, and make breakfast. And I just think, what is going on? And then people come to dinner and the husband literally starts choking and the wife is doing up hee hee ha ha. She is cackling like it's hilarious, and I'm like, girl, your man is dying in front of you, why are you laughing? And she keeps going, stop it, like it's a joke, but I'm like, he's literally dying. What is happening? I'm going in with the red from the Peach Bellini cocktail palette. It's called Strawberry Daiquiri.
I wish I had a strawberry daiquiri right now.
I'm just gonna put it on the end of this little flick. Give it kind of like a gradient effect. And then just bring it down. I don't know why this eye always looks better than the other. It always makes me so upset, but you know, we're cousins, we're not twins, so hey ho, hey ho. So then episode 2, because we need to get into episode 2. First thing that I just want to highlight, which was the best part of the show, is when Vision calls that man in the little like gentleman's club a dirty communist. And then everyone just starts cracking up and he's like, he wasn't joking. My guy Vision, he wasn't joking. Also, side note, all of you girls out there who are now thirsting for Vision because he does cute little husband things, seek therapy. Seek therapy. He is literally a robot. He's not a person. How can you be fancying AI? Explain yourself. Explain yourself. Episode 2 is hilarious because of the talent show. Obviously Vision, you know, he eats the gum and that like messes up his little, I don't know, his little robot insides. I'm not a robotics engineer. I don't know, are they the people that like do that? I don't know. This is how much of I'm not them. I don't even know what they're called. But like, he starts acting so weird and it makes the talent show iconic. And everything, Wanda's just like, you are literally messing up the vibes. She's like, bro, we're just trying to blend in here. We're just trying to be normal people. We're just trying to pretend we're not Avengers and you're not dead. That's my main thing. Like, girl, your man is dead. How are you in a relationship with him? He's not alive. He is up in the ground. I don't know, do you bury robots? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going in with some of the Fenty Filt'r concealer just to clean up this line right here. But yeah, the talent show is obviously great because that's when we meet my girl, Miss Rambeau, the daughter of an equally iconic Miss Rambeau. And she's called Geraldine. I don't know why Wanda named her that, because it's like, what are you doing? So obviously when episode 2 comes out, you're just like, okay, maybe Wanda is like controlling the world, because you know, at the end of the episode, the man comes out of the like sewer and she's just like, no, And she does a little rewind. It never happened. And it's like, Wanda, you're doing this? Girl, are you good? When we know she's not good. We know she's not good because she's literally, again, living a fake life with her dead. Were they even together though? Let's be honest, guys. Were they actually together? Questionable. Did they have feelings for one another? Sure. But were they officially together? For them to be married in Wandavision. Marriage. Back to the talent show. That wardrobe that they used to bring in Geraldine. Because you know I've been doing my conspiracy theories. You know it has a little hexagon and then it has the lines coming out. I'm gonna put a picture so that you can understand what I mean. That little hexagon, I think that's referencing the Mind Stone. And the lines coming out of it. Now it could be how when Vision uses his powers, I'm just talking and I'm not doing my makeup like the sun isn't going down. Like when Vision uses his powers, obviously he like shoots it out of the Mind Stone. But I also think it could be referencing when, like, you know, both Wanda and Thanos destroyed, they yeeted his head. Like, gone. Which is also funny because in episode 1, Wanda's like, my husband and his indestructible head. And it's like, girl, Miss Thing, I literally watched you kill him. And then Thanos do a little tick, 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 rewind. And then he killed him too. And he was not gentle about it. He yoinked that thing out of his head and said, bye. Snappity snap snap, get rid of half the population. The universe. We resume our regularly scheduled programming. You know, just had a little technical difficulty. I decided to go with, you know, the classic hit the pan, and I'm just using a nice fluffy brush. Zoom in a little bit. So yeah, the advert in this episode is for Strucker watches. Strucker obviously being a reference to the man who was experimenting on Wanda and Pietro in Sokovia in Age of Ultron when we first meet them. Personally, I just think that was rude. I was like, girl, you know, you're literally just putting trauma and saying advert hilarious. And I'm just like, are you alright? Are you okay? And I think it's funny that they're married but they have separate beds. And then she's like, just kidding, we're not gonna have separate beds. I'm gonna make it a massive bed with my magic. She's like, hee hee hee. And then they're like, ooh, let's do a little things that happen between a husband and a wife, you know, that fun thing. How does one have sex with a robot? That's what I'd like to know. Is that actually possible? Pause, think about it. The answer's no. We see bits throughout the show where the reality is broken. Well, it's not reality. Where the fake world is broken and reality kicks in, but they're only fleeting moments. In this episode, when it happens with Wanda, and the radio is, Wanda, can you hear me? Originally, I thought that was Captain America. It sounded like it was Captain America. However, obviously, we come to realize later on that it's not. But then after I finished the episode, I thought, how could it be Captain America when he is no longer in the MCU? I was getting so excited thinking, oh my gosh, my guy, my husband, the love of my life, he's coming back to the MCU. I hyped myself up for no reason. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna use the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper Black. I quite like this. I only bought it the other day and I've only used it once, but I like how black it actually is. Like, I like a nice, if I'm gonna have a black liner, I want it to be black. I want it to be black. And this one is just giving me, it's just giving what it should have gave. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there will be no talking in this part. To be honest, are you even gonna see it? No, we're gonna do a bit of movie magic. Did it. let's get these off, because we just never know. Until you take off the tape, it's just like, what's really going on? Yeah, that's cute. Okay, so in episode 3, all it really did was give me more questions. It didn't answer any of my questions. I'm gonna go ahead and do my base whilst I talk about episode 3. Okay, so in episode 3, obviously my girl, you know, she's pregnant. I don't know how that happened, because before I was wondering, how are you having sex with a robot? Now I'm thinking, girl, how did you procreate? Like, but then I think, this is a fake world. We can do whatever we want. And you know, she's just pregnant and she's trying to hide this pregnancy, but it's quite hard when she literally experiences a 9-month pregnancy within a 20-minute episode. And obviously while she's pregnant, like, her powers are all messed up. I guess it's like how your hormones are messed up for a regular pregnancy. I actually quite enjoyed that part of the episode. I thought it was really funny. I was like, yes, my girl. Like, he drew a stalk on the wall of the nursery, and now the stalk's alive and just like walking around your house. LOL. Like, I like that. And she's like trying to hide it from Geraldine, who helps deliver the baby. And it's like, why are you in my house? Like, my main thing about Wandavision is like, people just walk into her house at all points of the day. And I'm thinking, girl, this is your town, you're in charge. Like, get some better security, because you just can't be walking into people's houses like this. And she's like trying to hide her pregnancy, and Vision's like, oh no, she's gone into labor. Let me fly through the town at an abnormally fast speed. No one's gonna suspect that. Get the doctor, who's trying to just go on vacation with his wife, and run back. And the man's like, I felt like we were flying. Mate, you know you were flying. You know. There is no possible way anyone could run that fast. Not even Usain Bolt. It's impossible. And I just feel like the townspeople are not questioning what's happening enough for me. They're just not questioning it enough. So obviously, you know, she delivers her baby, everything in the house is going crazy, and she's trying to convince Geraldine that this is natural. She's like, yeah, it's completely natural. Like, when women give birth, everything starts spinning around and like all the lights start flickering. Because me personally, here's my thing. Geraldine's a black woman. As a black woman, if I was helping someone give birth and the lights started flickering and the pictures started spinning around in the background, and this Caucasian woman is trying to tell me, oh, don't worry, it's completely natural, I would be running, because you're a witch. The devil is in you, because this is not natural. Not at all. And Geraldine's like, oh, yeah, this is fine. It's not fine, sis. She gives birth and everything's all good for a bit, and then they're like, surprise, twins. Now, those of you who watch like Marvel religiously, like I do, you'll know that Wanda's a twin. So it makes sense, because literally she's really and truly, she's the only DNA. Because as I've previously mentioned, her husband is a robot. I'm still not understanding how they gave birth to twins, how she gave birth. I do understand that in the comics, the twins are parts of Mephisto's soul, and Mephisto is like the devil. I don't think they're gonna bring him into this. Like, a lot of WandaVision fans are saying that they think Mephisto's gonna be in it, but I think that's a bit too dark for Disney Marvel, you know? I just think it's a bit weird. It's like, why is the devil now here? Like, I don't think that's necessary. However, any comic book fans, I really want to start reading the comics, because I just feel like my love for Marvel has grown so much, and I feel I can have a deeper understanding of all the stories if I read the comics. So please tell me, like, how do I start? I don't know how you start reading comics. I just don't, and I need help. And I know there's someone out there who's just like, I can't wait to talk about comics with someone, and you're finding it really hard to find someone who cares. The advert in this episode 3 is Hydra soak, and I think the tagline's like, let your troubles float away, which obviously foreshadows the fact that Wanda literally yeets Monica out of the world. She's like, who are you? You don't belong here, you're trespassing, which I think's actually funny, because Wanda, you're actually trespassing. You don't live here. You live in Avengers Tower and you decided to just take a whole town hostage and then tell other people they're trespassing. Like, how does that work in your brain? Explain yourself to me. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Expresso matchstick. This is like a Fenty base. I'm not mad about it because, you know, we love a good bit of Auntie Riri. When she throws Monica out though, it is kind of mad because like, she's like, oh look, I have twins. And then she's like, I had a twin. And then she's like, oh, he died, Ultron. And she's like, what did you say? Like, how dare you remind me of my reality? She is class. I am not a psychologist, but she is in denial bad. She's like, everything's sunshine and rainbows. None of my friends are dead because I just bring them back to life with my powers. Wanda is the strongest Avenger. No question, no ifs, buts about it. If you want to debate me about it, at me on Twitter. It's at Jadean Aria. I will debate you all day about how Wanda is literally the strongest person in the world. I don't want to hear anything else. You can quote me on this. Wanda Maximoff is the baddest bitch in the game. And we just all need to respect her a bit more, okay? Put some respect on Miss Maximoff's name. Okay, so also what happens in episode 3 that I was like, is when Agnes and Herb are speaking whilst, you know, Wanda's giving birth about Geraldine in the hush hush, and Vision's like, what's going on? And then she's like, I don't know, don't say anything, don't say anything. And it's like, are you guys aware? I'm not being funny. Agnes is sus. She is so suspect. Like, I just think the way she pops up every episode just opens the door like, here's Agnes. She's sus. Now, I've learned from the Marvel fandom that there's this character who's a witch called like Agatha. I can't remember her last name. And I wholeheartedly believe the theory that Agnes is Agatha. And she is actually the one who is controlling everyone. And I will tell you why, because there is more parts through different episodes that leads me to believe that Wanda is not in control of this situation as much as we think she is. I think there's some sort of sorcery afoot. It's just not making sense. But Agnes, I don't like her. I don't trust her. Okay, so in episode 4, we finally get some answers to some of the theories that have been going around. So firstly, you know how earlier I thought the man on the radio was Captain America, love of my life. Unfortunately, it wasn't him, but it was another icon, Jimmy Woo, the FBI agent that we meet in the Ant-Man films. What I love about that is there's a nice cute little reference to when he does the magic in Ant-Man and Jimmy's like, how did you do that? Like, he does the card trick when he is speaking to Monica Rambeau. Also confirms that, you know, Monica is who we thought she is, the little girl from Captain Marvel. We also get confirmation of Sword. Obviously, in a lot of the little Easter eggs that are popping up throughout the show, we do keep seeing this Sword label, and Sword is kind of like S.H.I.E.L.D. but on a galactic level. They're just a little bit more, you know, into the affairs. I can't remember what it stands for. I'll look it up and put it on the screen. But yeah, we get that, and we get people finally realizing kind of that this is a world that has been created by Wanda. So that's the agenda that they're pushing. I personally do not believe that Wanda created this world. She might be sustaining it, but I don't think she created it. And that's just my own personal opinion. I would like to say how lovely it is to see Darcy again, and she's no longer an intern. She's Dr. Lewis. So there's gonna be no more intern jokes, but I love her. Her and Jimmy Woo and Monica are my new favorite trio. Like, obviously because we no longer have Sam and Bucky and Captain. They're my new favorite MCU trio, and I love them. The agents constantly are asking about these hexagons. They're like, why is there hexagons everywhere? Why is there hexagons everywhere? I think the answer is very simple. There's literally a hexagon in Vision's head. I think everything has to do with Vision, like what's going on. Throughout this episode, you know, the like FBI agents and Sword, they're like identifying the characters on Monica's show with the missing people, because this is when we discover that the whole town of Westview, New Jersey has in fact gone missing, and we see that the people outside in our world don't have any recollection of Westview, New Jersey being real. Now, this is me going back to my theory that Agnes is sus. I'm gonna use the Kiko Milano Intensely Lavish lip pencil to draw some roses on the eyebrows. Maybe 1 and 1, we'll see. This is discontinued. I'm so sad. When it finishes, I'm gonna be like, what I'm gonna do, because it's my favorite red liner. Yeah, Agnes hasn't been ID'd when everyone else is being ID'd, and that just leads me to believe that she is in fact a psycho and that she's sus. Like, how can you not ID her? It's so strange. It's like, well, who is she then? Now, in episode 4, they do kind of like allude that Wanda is tearing apart reality by using this, like sustaining this world, which I think is a nice little setup for the multiverse, a possible introduction to Spider-Man 3. Please, Marvel, I'm on my knees begging you to make the multiverse. If I can have Toby and Andrew and Tom all playing Spider-Man in one movie at the same time, I literally think I will combust. And everyone keeps talking about like how Wanda's energy, or the energy readings are like comparable to, I'm going in with my green face paint from Snazaroo just to draw some like leaves for the roses, give them a little bit of a vibe. Yeah, everyone keeps comparing the readings from this little alternate universe to that of the Big Bang, which obviously we know is what created the Infinity Stones. So my question is, are they leading us to believe that there is in fact going to be another set of Infinity Stones, perhaps more powerful than the first, created through this universe? Just food for thought. Okay, so I'm just gonna do some hearts now, just along here, kind of like that e-girl kind of style. Is it too much? Perhaps. But do I want to do it anyway? Yes. You can never be too over the top on Valentine's Day. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. So episode 5, my favorite moment from that episode is Agnes being like, do you want me to take that from the top? Like, that was top tier comedy, because Vision was like, girl, what you talking about? And Wanda was like, hee, she's just tired. Don't expose me is kind of like the vibe that she gave off, which I just thought was so hilarious. What have I just done with the brush? Oh, okay. I'm going to be using the Kiko Milano 3D Hydra lip glosses in 13, 16 and 11 to create these hearts, because I just want a little bit of different colours. Not everything has to be red, you know. Pink's a Valentine's Day colour as well. Also, this is my other thing that I feel like episode 5 really confirms how suspect Agnes is, because the twins literally grow up in about 4 seconds. They turn about 5. And she just doesn't bat an eyelid. She thinks that that's so normal. And I think she's more aware. I think she's one of the more aware people in Westview. And just something about her's off, like, I don't like her. Back to these kids, actually. They are growing up a bit too fast for in this thing. And I'm like, is this gonna be a Renesmee situation? Like, are these kids gonna survive? And my other thing about the children is that everyone who's in Westview exists in the real world. But as I've previously mentioned, it is physically impossible for Wanda and Vision to have had kids. So how, when this whole situation is, you know, rectified, how will these kids play out? Like, will they be alive? I'm hoping that we have a Renesmee situation where it's like, yeah, they just grow to 18 and then they're kind of just chilling forever, because they're so cute. Well, one of them's hair is really questionable, but you know, you can't have everything. And that's another thing, like, Agnes is just a bit too chill when they're doing that. I know I've said it already, but like, that's how disturbed I am by it. Like, she's just way too chill. And then we swap back to the the sword, the real world, and they're just like, do we have a nickname for Wanda yet? And I think that's setting up for her turning into the Scarlet Witch, to be honest. I think that was a nice little foreshadowing moment right there. So with Pietro coming back, obviously we get the iconic Evan Peters. Is his name Evan Peters? I'm sure that's his name. From X-Men coming in, which I think again is another confirmation of the multiverse, because I feel like whoever, because I don't believe it was Wanda that brought him in, whoever has brought him in has got him from somewhere, and it's not the Pietro we know in the MCU. If you haven't watched the X-Men films, I know that you were confused when you saw him, but it was kind of just like, you know, whatever, like, here he is. I really love him as Quicksilver in X-Men. I love when he saves everyone except one person. Rest in peace. The advert in this one is obviously the Lagos advert, where the tagline, I wrote it down because I was literally like, what the hell? When it says, when you make a mess and you didn't mean to, obviously referring to the Captain America movie where she, you know, dashes them people in the building and kills a load of Wakandans. Not good. But why do Americans pronounce it Lagos? Like, that's so weird. Lagos. Like, I just think it's so strange. Like, why are you pronouncing it like that? Are you alright? Episode 6 was my favourite sitcom intro so far. It clearly referenced Malcolm in the Middle, and even with one of the twins, I'm not gonna lie guys, I don't know what the twins' names are. Even with the twins coming and breaking the fourth wall like Malcolm used to do, it gave me very much flashbacks to my childhood. And I was happy with that. Now, I just think that whole episode was hilarious. First of all, Vision is like, Wanda, I'm tired of this game. And then 4 seconds later, she's doing up, ooh la la, senor sexy. And he just randomly goes, oh, chili con carne. And I just like to know why someone so intelligent as Vision, I refuse to believe that he doesn't know any other phrase in Spanish. Chili con carne is not even a Spanish phrase. I just don't understand why he does that. It's so weird. This episode confirmed my hatred for Hayward. When he starts talking about Monica's dead mom who died from cancer, and she didn't even get to be there when she died because she was literally blipped away by Thanos' selfish, stupid plan, and he's like, well, I don't think you'd be shocked. Like, when I tell you, I actually paused the show, and I was like, square up, square up. I will pull up to wherever this little sword initiative base is, and I will fight you right here, right now. Do not be cussing my girl like that. Do not do that. And then he's kind of like, get them off my base. I don't need them. Like, you literally wouldn't know anything that's going on without Dr. Lewis, without Monica being inside. Jimmy just brings people coffee, but Jimmy's an icon, and that's what we think. We think he just brings people coffee. But then we realise he's a badass because he starts punching people out. And I was like, yes, Jimmy. Yes, my guy. You need to punch them out because they're acting mad. The residents are all kind of catching on. They're kind of like a little bit like, you know, Herb. He's like, oh, is that not what you want? Do you want me to do something else? Wonder, like, them all being like, sorry, am I not playing my part well enough for you? Like, tell me what to do, because they're scared, terrified. But here's my thing. This is my thing. Like, episode 5 kind of makes me feel like Wanda is not the one doing this. Because if we think back to Age of Ultron, when she goes into Tony's mind, Thor's mind, everyone's minds, there's flashes of red. When she's using her powers, there's flashes of red. When she turns all the guns onto Hayward, I wish she had let them shoot them, but that's not really her vibe, I guess. She could have killed him. Their eyes turn red. So my thing is, even if just for a millisecond, but the audience are able to see it. In Age of Ultron, we saw it throughout the whole film. My thing is, if she's controlling everyone, where are the red eyes? Where are the red eyes? Everyone is villainizing my girl, but where are the red eyes? If she's doing this, where are they? If she's that powerful, why are some of the residents just doing the same thing over and over again? Like, is she run out of juice? Does she need a charger? Like, what's going on there? I'm going to use the 3D Hydra gloss in 13 on my lips as well. I'm also going to line them with the Kiko Lavish liner because why not? Who says you can't reuse products? I never said that. Did you say that? Thank you so much for watching this week's video. Drop me a comment down below, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you love Wandavision, drop me a comment down below with your favourite conspiracy theory regarding the show. And you know the drill, if you haven't subscribed, what the heck are you doing with your life? God bless and bye.